Okay, my van just showed up. Kinda, it's just down the street. This will start our van build journey. I have been wanting a van for a really long time, so we're going to finally build one. But today's video is actually a pre-tour where I show you the van, we go through exactly what I'm going to do to it, and after 60-70 videos of building out, we compare in the final van tour how close I was, look back on what changed and why, have a little fun with that. So let's go ahead and check it out. So before you build a van, you first got to define the purpose of your build. Some people are moving into it as like a permanent residence, minimalist lifestyle type thing. Others are doing it for adventuring. They're going to be very different builds depending on what you're doing. So it's imperative that I define my build before we go any further. This is going to be an adventuremobile. Not a doomsday prepper mobile, not a home. Straight up adventuring. So I want road trip comfort, but I also want to be able to haul toys and go play with sleeping capability if needed. That's kind of the premise. Keep that in mind as we go through this so that you don't get confused on some of the features. So because I'm going for adventuring, I went with the 144 cargo Sprinter van. The 144 is the shorter of the Sprinter vans, and the cargo model doesn't have the windows in the back. These are a little easier to get their hands on, but so the cargo vans typically lack a lot of features in the cab. So you want to keep that in mind if you're looking at one. This particular one is fully loaded in the front end, which is awesome. I want that road trip luxury and comfort. That is the front cab, fully loaded, navigation, lane keeping assist, heated swivel seats, all the luxuries right there. All of that is run off the onboard battery and single alternator that comes with the van. So in keeping with that, I'm going to put a switch panel right here that is going to have the light bar, the rear lights, spotlights or side lights, fog lights, winch, all that will be powered off of the existing electrical system. We'll cover more on that in a minute. So in the back of the van, I'm going to do a third passenger seat right here that converts into a day lounge. The reason I want a third passenger seat is to be able to take two friends with me on excursions, but also if just two of us are going, to be able to switch out drivers on long distance trips, have epic comfort back here. Above the third passenger seat will be a cabinet that runs about to here. This cabinet will be more like your kitchen items, eating utensils, things like that, and just some personal storage area. Next to it will be a panel that will be similar to that front panel as far as switches. So it'll have your lights, heater, fan, fridge, water pump, water heater, all the things so that I can control them individually and keep them turned off when I'm not needing them to conserve power. Also your gauges for solar, water tank, and other things like that. So this will be kind of your control panel, which is centrally located in the van, easy to get to from the cab and from the bed system. So this area is going to be the kitchen. It'll cover about half of the doorway and go to the wheel well. It will basically just be a fridge that's portable, dual zone, that will come out on a slider so I can take it with me if I don't need it. I can use that place as a storage. It will be built into the cabinet. Then there will be a sink and some counter space. For the stove, I'm going to do basically a convection hot plate that will store up top, and I can use it when I need it, but I'm not committed to it. I'm also going to put a cabinet up here that has a built-in microwave if I can swing it, not sure yet. And I can also pull the microwave out when it's not needed and use the extra storage space. So that would be kind of the kitchen area here. Okay, so the back of the van gets a little more exciting. There's the wheel wells, of course, to contend with. So this side will have a 30-gallon water tank that goes up over the wheel well. It'll be built into a built-in box that'll also house the water pump and water heater. It'll be plumbed up the side to a shower head over here that we'll talk about in a minute, as well as the sink that we talked about already, and a wand off the back so that we can wash off gear or take a shower out the back as needed. This side wheel well box will be the electrical system. There'll be a shore power connection off the side over there. It'll have the solar controller, the power inverter, 3 AGM batteries. Across the top of the banks will be the platform bed. Hopefully sleep sideways, and I'd like to cut out these side panels and put in a flare space so that I can recuperate a little more space there as well. The bed will split in the middle on hinges and be able to fold up into those flares giving me plenty of garage space for, my toys like this beautiful Parajet Maverick paramotor. I don't know if you can see my little drawing on the floor right there. I'd mentioned a shower head a minute ago. This is a 24 by 24 shower pan simulated. The plan is I'm going to raise the floor up an inch. I'm going to insulate the floor, and then there would be an insert right here, and that plumbing that would come up here would have a shower head. I could pull my flooring insert out of the shower pan, set it off to the side, pull a curtain up out of the floor, hook it to the ceiling, and use that shower wand as an indoor shower if all works out. It would be very rare that I would use a shower in here, but I would rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. For dining with the 3 chairs, these 2 chairs swivel around, so I'll put a lagoon table that'll fold up right here in between the 3, and it could be a 3-person dining or 2-person as needed. So I got lucky, this one already has a window here, so I don't have to cut that out or do anything really at all with that if I want to. I probably will in the future switch this out for a T window, so these bottom T's will vent and give me some good cross ventilation. We'll see if it's needed towards the end of the build. This panel would come out for the flare space, which will have a window in it as well that will slide vent so that I can get some cross ventilation across the bed area. Of course it can't T-vent because the sliding door would hit it. Got some rear windows, probably not gonna do anything with those. I have coverings on them right now and they are nicely factory tinted. Like the option to have the windows, be able to peek out when you're in the bed, but probably not gonna do anything with these. That shore power connection would be down here. I'm also gonna put a solar power port on both sides and the top so that I can extend my array if it's ever needed with portables. But other than that, that's about all that's gonna be in this area. Be another flare space here. This one will kick out a little further and also have some windows that vent. This will be removed and cut out in favor of a T window that'll vent so that the 3rd passenger can enjoy luxury of a window, but also I can get that cross ventilation that I talked about earlier. Definitely gonna have to put a bumper on there with a winch. I'm going to vinyl wrap the hood so that I can put some solar panels built into the hood to extend the array off the roof. Because on the roof I'm going to have not a lot of room for solar. I'm not going to get crazy because again this is an adventuring rig, and I'd rather put some cargo options up there as well as a place for my kayak in the event that I want to take that with me. Because there's going to be a badass roof rack. Also on the driver's side I'll have a ladder between the flare space and the 3rd passenger window. This is the 6-cylinder 4x4 diesel. The 4x4s sit a couple inches taller than the other models, so something I didn't factor originally is I'm going to need some running boards because it's pretty tall to climb in and out of. So that's pretty much my pre-van build tour. There'll be about 60 videos building this thing out to follow. So if you're interested in how it goes, what changes, why it changes, make sure you